They called it a sea of people as millions of Egyptians ended a 30-year-old rule with peaceful protests. But not much has changed since the fall of Hosni Mubarak. 6 years on, human rights organizations argue Egyptians have lost basic liberties.
Unhappy with the brief rule of the Muslim Brotherhood under President Morsi, many Egyptians welcomed President Sisi's military coup in 2013, but he has produced a rule that is far more repressive than anything that happened even under President Mubarak, who was overthrown in the brief Arab Spring.
President Sisi came to power promising security and prosperity, but since the Morsi government was removed in a military coup, the number of attacks on Egyptian security forces have spiked in the Sinai Peninsula and elsewhere. Critics say that in the garb of an anti-terror clampdown, political opponents have also been rounded up. In the years after the revolution, more than 41,000 people have been jailed by Egypt's security forces. Just in December, activists say there were 154 cases of enforced disappearances. And there's a rising number of people who are being put on Egypt's expanding terror list.
We're talking about 1,500 or more than 1,500 people. Many of them are well-known businessmen, some of them media persons. I think the crackdown will get wider, and I think what the regime is trying to do is more or less to terrorize any potential opposition that stands against it, especially among the elite, especially among famous individuals, popular individuals.
The economy too isn't doing very well. There is a shortage of foreign currency reserves and liquidity. The Egyptian currency is valued at 18 pounds against the dollar. It used to be 6 pounds in 2012. And petroleum products such as fuel and gas have gone up by up to 40%. A recent spat with Saudi Arabia over the transfer of 2 islands has been the latest incident in sharply declining ties among the two countries. Former diplomats say the warming of ties between Russia over Syria and Libya are a risky foreign policy shift. A lot has changed since the first chance at Tahrir Square, but many aspirations of the protesters remain unfulfilled. Osama Bin Javaid, Al Jazeera.